Hello everyone, welcome to another Christmas movie discussion. And this one is a sequel to one of my all-time favorite movies besides Frosty. And it's a pretty good one too. It's Rudolph's Shiny New Year. So, according to the movie, and it's actually, by the way, I love Rudolph's Shiny New Year. It's one of my favorites. So, the movie starts out with the theme song, and it's different. They talk about how Rudolph not only saved Christmas that day, he also saved the New Year. So, apparently, in the story, Rudolph is asked by Father Time. Yes, Father Time calls upon Rudolph to help him out. Now, he doesn't get, called out by Father Time, but he gets called by Santa to ask him one more time to save something. But this time, it's the New Year. The baby New Year, Happy, has gone missing. And without the baby New Year, the New Year cannot come. Now, Rudolph has 3 days to do this. Yes, the movie is 1 day after. No, 5 days. 5 days to do this. It's 1 day after, Christmas. And yes, I know some people are going to argue there's no Hermie the Elf, there's no Yukon Cornelius, there's no Bumble. But we do have some pretty good characters in this movie. And we'll get to them in a bit. And he cracks me up every time I watch it. Anyway, Rudolph goes to the islands that time forgot to find the baby New Year. Now, every single time, by the way, they even tell you this at the beginning of the movie, why the baby New Year ran off. It's because of his ears. His ears are so big that everybody just flat out laughs at him. And he gets mad. And Rudolph, coming from his problem with his nose, knows how it is. He knows how it is to be laughed about, made fun of for his, his red nose. So, obviously, Santa tells him, you're the one that can do this, since you know how it is to be made fun of. So, Rudolph goes out and sets out to find the baby New Year, which, by the way, is named Happy. Yep. So, the first one he goes to is 1 BC. I don't remember what he calls himself, but no, he meets up with Big Ben. He meets up with Big Ben, a whale who has a tail that has a clock on it. And he takes him, to the first island, which is the home of 1 million BC. And this guy is the one I'm talking about. He makes me laugh. And of course, before he sets off, before he meets Big Ben, we hear the very first song in the movie called Turn Back the Years. Good song, by the way. I love it. It's great. And it kind of shows, what Rudolph went through. Anyway, he meets up with Big Ben, and then he meets up with 1 million BC. And 1 million BC is wondering why he's sad. And he's just like, he sings a song called It's Raining Sunshine. And apparently, 1 million BC did see the Happy New Year. But just like before, everyone laughed at him, and he ran off to the next one. And again, like I said, the reason why I love this movie, I love movie BC, is it screams hilarious. He makes me laugh every time he's on screen in the movie. It's like they knew what they were doing with him. So, when BC and him go to 1776. Of course, you know what that year is, the year of independence. And you would not believe who is the New Year of that year. He looks like Benjamin Franklin. I'm not kidding. Go watch the movie. I'm telling you, he looks like Benjamin Franklin. Now, Happy has a hat, and when the flag comes by, they tell him, you gotta take off your hat, man. It's our respect. Of course, this is before Rudolph comes and finds him. And again, when he takes off his big hat, boom, his ears pop out. And everybody laughs at him. And he runs off. And of course, Benjamin Franklin decides, I'm going to go with you. I feel bad that we were responsible for Happy running off. And then, I don't remember the name of the year this was, but this was the next one they go to is the year of the storybooks. And he meets up with Baby Bear. Now, this isn't the character that comes along with him. No. I'll get to him in just a minute. And apparently, actually he meets up with the knight in shining armor. And he comes along with them to go help find, Happy. And he tells them, and they sing another song about how this is the book of storybooks, like Goldilocks and Three Bears. It's just, it's just stories. Anyway, that's why and the whole Humpty Dumpty thing. Anyway, they meet up with Baby Bear, and obviously they're too late again because the baby New Year slain Baby Bear. Not really, they were playing pretend, by the way. And he tells him, well, it's out of respect that he takes his hat off. And again, everybody laughs at him. By the way, the villain of this movie is called Eon. Eon is a bird who lives till he's an eon year old. And this is the year that apparently this movie is in is the last year he's alive before he gets turned to ice and snow. And Eon wants the baby New Year so that way the New Year doesn't happen and he doesn't turn to snow and ice. So he kidnaps the baby New Year in the storybook land. And they go, and he takes them to the island that time. I don't remember the name of the island, but he takes them to the island and puts them in his nest. Now, Rudolph and the gang go there, but Eon rolls big snowballs down on them. You think that's the end of them? Nope. Rudolph shines his nose so brightly that melts the snow. And he goes up to Happy, and he's about to run away when Rudolph tells him, I have the same problem. He tells him, I used to be made fun of for one thing and one thing only. And the baby New Year doesn't know who he is. And this is why I like Rudolph starting the New Year. Not because him and baby New Year, Happy, have something in common. They sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in its entirety. It's not sing by Burl Ives, but wow. The way they sing is really good. And Rudolph tells him, I bet you the reason, and he tells him that he's okay with his red nose because it helped out. And Rudolph tells him that I bet you're going to be the happiest Happy New Year there has ever been. And so he tells him, go ahead, take that hat off. And he does, and Rudolph starts laughing. But he points one thing out. He tells him maybe it's not because of his big ears that everybody laughs. Maybe sometimes they're overjoyed, And that's the way I see it with this movie. And so he goes, and Happy says his name, and then he wakes up Eon, and then Rudolph tells him, go ahead, take that off. Take it off forever. And he does. Eon sees his ears, and he goes, those ears. And then he just laughs so hard, he rolls himself down the mountain. And Rudolph says, he is so happy, I bet he will never return to ice and snow. But there's a problem. It's almost too late. That's when Big Ben comes back, tells him that he'll rush into the New Year celebration. And, by the way, this song I'm about to tell you, I forgot to tell you, it's called Have a Happy New Year, and sing twice. Once when Rudolph goes to see Father Time, and again when they bring him there. And Rudolph, the game starts celebrating, and he says, may it be shiny too. And that is my discussion on Rudolph's Shiny New Year. Is it worth watching? Yes. Is it awesome? Yes. Is it as good as the first movie? It's not on par, but it's not as terrible as Frosty Returns. Alright, tomorrow I have a special treat for you. We're going to have a triple. We're going to have a movie discussion about one of my all-time favorite movies besides Rudolph and Frosty. Santa Claus is coming to town. And of course, we're also going to talk about, on Monday, we're going to talk about How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The very first one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys tomorrow with Santa Claus is Coming to Town.